of BSAP for this year. So let's start the function. On behalf of BSAP and on behalf of GHAC, I welcome you all today, this evening. And I now request Mr. Ashish, the President of BSAP, to please lead the chief guest to the dais. Thank you, Ashish. I now request Amardeep of GHAC to please bring Mr. Naveen Bajaj, Vice President Premium of HSBC, onto the dais. And Amar, you can also take your seat, please. I now request Sana. Where is Sana? Sana, please, can you bring up the memento, please? Please hand it over to Mr. Naveen, and Naveen in turn will give it to the chief guest. Thank you, Sana. Now, let's start the function in the real earnest now. May I request Ashish to give the welcome address, please. I suppose you can talk from there? What? You can come here?
Our chief guest of the evening, Dr. Aminuddin Khan, Shafi uncle to me, Mr. Naveen Bajaj of HSBC, Mr. Amardeep Singh of GHAC, Shafatullah sir, participants, friends, ladies, gentlemen and children. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to this 4th HSBC Hyderabad bird race. I know you've had a fantastic day. Birds are that sort of creature that uplift everybody if you spend even 5 minutes with them or the entire day with them. Since you know about birds, I'll just share a few thoughts with you and we'll proceed with the function. According to me, a bird watcher thinks differently and many times not beyond birds. Once you become a bird watcher, you only think about birds. I don't know how many of you know this, but for the national bird, the first proposal was of the great Indian bustard. Dr. Salim Ali had proposed it, but Mrs. Gandhi had a world view, Dr. Salim Ali had a bird eye view. So she said, no, it might be misspelled and then we'll have a problem. In the Birdwatcher Society also we've had several very humorous incidents. I'll recount one or two. There was a forest department official who used to come because his boss was the president of the Birdwatcher Society. That was Mr. Pushpa Kumar, who was the late Mr. Pushpa Kumar, who was the president. And if he came, then his juniors had to come. So this worthy gentleman would come and start identifying birds. And one day, after spotting about 5 or 6 species, our then president, late Siraj Taher, he told him, Mr. So-and-so, this is XYZ. So he said, साहब एक दिन के लिए 4 चिड़िया बहुत है, उससे ज़्यादा याद नहीं रहते. Another time, while walking along a pond, a bird was calling. So he said, ये क्या है, ये क्या है? Somebody said, Assyrian warbler. He said, नहीं नहीं चिड़िया है, क्या है, चिड़िया कौन सी है? We had one bird watcher who who's not in Hyderabad anymore, so keen that while watching birds from a car, he drove into a lake. So he was in a place where he could be retrieved easily and the car taken out. But there is a lasting monument, a barricade called the Hash Barrier, where Tom Hash went into a lake in Iktisan. Humor aside, what does a birder bring ultimately to society? I think a birder brings something fresh. There's a different worldview that a birder brings. And because a birder looks at environment from a bird's point of view, generally it results in a better environment for humans. Because if the environment for a bird is suitable, it's definitely suitable for humans. With those few words, I welcome you once again and hope you enjoy the function.
Thank you, Ashish. May I now request Mr. Naveen Bajaj of HSBC to kindly address the gathering.
Good evening, one and all. Really happy that HSBC has taken a lot of initiative and has basically, involved in this bird race event which is taking place today. It's a CSR activity which we do on a year-on-year basis, and I'm happy to be here today to represent HSBC. Mr. Ashish has already given us a good insight on the bird race which happens and the different kinds of birds, and it's always great to see a lot of you interested in this. It's like we have different hobbies in life, so this is one of the great hobbies which I will also start following from now, and I'm sure I will also be there to watch the next year's birthday for sure. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Navita. Now, may I request Amardeep to please say a few words from your side.
Good evening all, friends, elders on the dais. Oh, it's been a wonderful day. I guess you all enjoyed birding today. So, on behalf of GHSE, all our volunteers and all our organizers, and especially on behalf of our founder, Mr. Dhyanat Ali, Chief Organizer, who couldn't be present today, but he has sent a message to all of you, thanking your response to the call for participation and all the teams who have participated. It's been wonderful that we saw overwhelming participation again this year, and he's very thankful that you all came in good numbers, and we hope to carry forward this next year. And Mr. Dhyanat Ali also wanted me to share with you that under the GHSE umbrella, we have started a GHSE Nature Initiative where we are inviting all the citizens of Twin Cities to connect with nature and also discover and explore the wonderful gifts of nature. And let me also thank BSAT, who has given us the opportunity to co-host this year again, this edition of 2013 Hyderabad Bird Race. And it's been a wonderful experience for all of us organizing this and hosting it with BSAT. Thank you, and wish you all happy birthday. Till the next year, we'll meet you again.
Thank you, Amar. Now, friends, it's a privilege for us to have amongst us as chief guest Dr. Aminul Khan. So, please, thank you. Please allow me to say a few words about him, to introduce him to you for the benefit of those who do not probably have heard about him. Dr. Khan is a born Hyderabadi and belongs to a well-known and aristocratic family of Hyderabad. He had his schooling at the famous Doon School and did his graduation from Nizam College and post-graduation in economics from Osmania University. Dr. Khan has also obtained his doctorate in industrial psychology from the University of Georgia USA. At present, Dr. Khan is the administrator of HES the Nizam's private estate and was instrumental in setting up the Asif Jahi archives at Chowmahalla Palace. As you all know now, Chowmahalla Palace is open to public and tourists, and those who have not gone there, I advise them to go and have a look. It's really interesting. Dr. Khan, in spite of his busy schedule, also finds time to write books. He is the author of 4 novels, the themes mainly dealing with inner substance of man, the life he has lived, and the wonderful era he witnessed. Dr. Khan is a multifaceted person, scholar, psychologist, management consultant, lecturer, artist, and last but not the least, an ornithologist. Most importantly, he is a life member of BSAP. Big hand. Sir, may I now request you to kindly address the gathering.
I'll come there, Shafat.
Please come, please come. It's all yours.
We can.
President Pitti, Shafat, Mr. Naveen Bajaj, I am forgetting your name.
Amar.
Amar. I apologize. I am deeply honored to have been called here to be in your midst on such an important occasion. And I am absolutely delighted to see the number of you who are here. Now, looking at you and knowing that you've been busy from about 6:30 this morning till 6:30 this evening, I've been wondering over the last 2 days, after reading the note that was given to me, what should a group like this be called? Your birders and your racers also. So what should you be called? And I think this requires very deep thought. All of you should give thought to this matter. I mean, we have a brace of partridges. If you have shot 2 partridges, you've got a brace in your hand. And if you are chasing grouse, you have a covey of grouse. This sort of meeting should be called a roosting of birders. Roosting of birders. Because you have all spent the day out, but you have come together to be here, enjoy the evening, and the experience that goes with it. Now, I was asked to say a few words. I think what I should do is to expand somewhat on what Shafat has told you about myself. See, I think my only claim to fame is that I am an old Hyderabadi who has survived to see the dawn of the 21st century. And it is an amazing experience. When I was not yet a teenager, even in my early teens, when anybody talked about the 21st century, it was science fiction. H.G. Wells and the time machine. Who was going to live to see the 21st century? It was so far away. But in a twinkling of a moment, it has come. I'm a 1932 baby. I'm 81 in April of this year. And I'm still around. And that is why I'm so delighted to be able to see so many young people who have got birding in their blood and who are taking a passionate interest in what this wonderful field of study has to offer to all of us. I wish you the very best in this field for the rest of your lives. and may you always be active as you have been today. See, mine has been an uncommon life. Not only because I belong to the 20th century primarily, but because I lost my parents when I was very young. I lost my mother when I was 1, and my father when I was 7 years old. And what happened after father died? His vast estates and his jagirs and all that were handed over promptly to the Court of Wards. And Mir Usman Ali Khan, the 7th Nizam of Hyderabad, became my legal guardian. This is what happened to anybody who had become a court wards boy, or a court or wards girl. He became the legal guardian. Now, I had known him from the age of 4, from my earliest memories. In fact, I think the first time I can remember really meeting him was at the age of 4 and something, when my father took me to Nazri Bagh Palace to give him some laddus after my Bismillah ceremony. So I was dressed like a dula and I had a big laddu in my hand and I handed it over to the Nizam. And he said, "Ye kya laya?" I said, "Laddu hai sarkar." "Arey kiske liye laya bhai itna bada laddu?" "Aapke liye sarkar." "Ye pura kha le wo मेरे मैं कहता हूँ मेरे को पापा बोले कि आपको ही देना किसी और को नहीं देना." अच्छी बात. He took a piece, put it in his mouth, and then gave me into the piece also. अब तू ये खा ले, बाकी का मैं खा लेता हूँ. I can remember him from those days. The curious thing is, by a very curious twist of fate, 13 or 14 years ago, I was asked by the Nizam of Hyderabad, the present Nizam, and Esra Jah, his power of attorney, if I would like to take over as the administrator of the Nizam's private estate. And I said, "I'm a management consultant. I give advice. I don't usurp management." They said, "Well, let us try it out for 3 months and see what happens. But please do something." And when I got there, I realized there was nobody to whom I could hand over the management. It was in one horrible mess. So I did one of the most, should I say, unethical things I have done in my life. That was to seize and take over the management myself. And I have an office in the Nazri Bagh Palace. Now, you see, the important thing is this. My upbringing has been very important in who I am today, like it is with all of you. Once mother died, father had to think of somebody to bring me up. So an English lady came out as my governess when I was just a little over a year old. I have memories of that wonderful, wonderful woman. To this day, clear as clear can be. She died in India. She chose to be cremated in India. And her samadhi is in Dehradun. I go there whenever I'm close enough to Delhi and I'm able to get there, and leave 11 long-stemmed roses on the samadhi. Don't ask me why 11 and why long-stemmed. That is something between her and me, and I have stuck to it faithfully. She, I remember, is the person who introduced me to the world of books and birds and gardening. And I have passionately stuck to books and birds and gardening. Gardening, alas, today is no longer what it used to be, for the simple reason that where I live, there is an acute shortage of water, and I don't have enough to even water my lawn. I'm stuck with shrubs and hardy plants that can grow in pots. But books and birds, yes, they are still a passion with me. Something very interesting happened about a month ago, I think. I was standing on my upstairs veranda outside the bedroom, looking across what is a burnt lawn. And there, about 10 feet away, I found I was looking straight at a barbet. To begin with, I thought I was hallucinating. I haven't seen a barbet for I don't know how long. I was hallucinating. So I turned to my own Encyclopedia Britannica, Ashish Pitti, and said, Ashish, I think I've seen a barbet. Am I hallucinating or is it true? And he said, no, uncle, they're still around. But they are much rarer. And after speaking to him, I looked, he was still there. He and I looked at each other for a while. And I thought, Mia, I must have known your ancestors very well. The garden used to be full of them. Thank you for coming and seeing me. I'm really happy to see you. Things like this still happen, and they delight me. They delight the bottom of my heart. Now, for some reason or the other, the Nizam did not want me to be educated here in Hyderabad. So he spoke to the man, he was an English ICS officer called Sir Theodore Tasker. He said, what should we do with this boy? And Sir Theodore suggested 2 years at the Welham Preparatory School in Dehradun, 5 years at the Doon School. And that's how it turned out to be. I don't remember very much learning at Welham. No. It was a nice little campus. But I was fascinated by the number of people from different parts of the country and the languages that were spoken. And I thought to myself, even at that age, I truly am lucky to be here. Think of the variety of people, boys that I'm meeting, and who will be with me for 2 years. When I was old enough at the age of 10 and a half to go to the Doon School, it was a wonderful experience. Why? Because the Doon School estate is about a 70-acre campus. And it used to be the original estate of the Forest Research Institute of India, FRI, until they moved to New Forest. This was their headquarters, FRI. So some of the buildings are old FRI buildings, and I lived in one of them for those 5 years. Now, when I went there were about 40 different societies for boys. There were only 200 of us, so 40 different societies, from motor mechanics to what I will tell you about, the naturalists. The naturalists. I joined straight away, and there were 4 things that you were expected to do. One is to keep, and the good thing about the naturalists was that you could join as soon as you joined school, and you could remain a member till you passed out of school. So there were different ages, from 11 right up to 17, 18. One was to keep a log of all the birds, their coming and going, their nesting patterns and so on. And that still carries on at the school. Fascinating. The golden orioles are now nesting near the music school position now, on such and such a day. It was a marvelous way of making bird watching methodology for all of us. And it is that method that I respect and admire. If you want to do it, you must. The other is what were called rambles. Every second Sunday, we went out, senior boys and the juniors on bikes, headed by a marvelous man called Mr. Sayyid Moinuddin. He was the junior biology master, but he was in charge of the naturalists. And we went for rambles all over that paradise, the Doon Valley, right from the Jamuna on the west to the Ganga in the east, the Shivalik hills to the south, up to the foothills of the Himalayas, Mussoorie and so on. Vast area, crisscrossed with lovely canals, which I can remember from my time, and the bird life of a variety. Those were wonderful, wonderful days. And we did an enormous amount of serious bird watching. We had binoculars of our own, belonged to the society. And everybody, from small boy to senior boy, got the truly singular opportunity of being involved in an activity that was that was to become beloved of all of us, and which also has carried on to this day at that school. The third thing that we had to do was to look after Mr. Salim Ali's collection of stuffed birds, which he had bequeathed to the Doon School. He and Mrs. Lamina Salim Ali, his wife, who died unfortunately when she was very young, were closely associated with the Doon School for many years, but that was before my time. My first contact then with what I call Birdman was his stuffed birds in the Doon School. That was a wonderful experience. The third was, of course, to take visitors. The fourth task was we were entrusted with to take visitors around Chamba to show them the trees, how we had tabulated the trees, and also show them the birds that were there at that time of the year. It's a wonderful wooded estate, and it is a world of its own, Chamba. Now, needless to say, one of our primers in those days was Salim Ali's Book of Indian Birds, and it has remained a favorite with me ever since. And the 1928 of edition, Hugh Whistler, with some wonderful illustrations, wonderful illustrations. Those were our two primers. I got both. In fact, when I grew up, I made it a point to see that I got all Salim Ali's books photographed by him. Now, let me finish with the school. Let me finish with college. The first job I got was with a small British company in what was then Travancore. It hadn't become Kerala. And they posted me in the Poonmudi Hills, very close to the peaks of Poonmudi and Agastya Malay. And I was living in a bungalow, a small bungalow I had on my own, about 3,500 feet, surrounded by thick jungle, the tea fields, streams and rivers, and of course, magnificent grasslands above us. I took every advantage I could of that opportunity. Within the first 3 or 4 days, I was wandering around on my own. I borrowed binoculars from my manager. One day, second or third day on Poonmudi, I stopped at a particular road junction because on a clear day, over the top of the forest, Poonmudi Peak on your left, you could look out and see the Arabian Sea. Not every day, but on a clear day, and it was one of those clear days, I stopped to look. And again, stroke of luck, 10 feet away, as far as you are from me now, there were 3 trogons looking straight into my eyes. I got the shock of my life. I thought trogons not in the Salim Ali books, but here, looking at me. And what could I do? Those were not the days of computers. I ran home. I wrote a letter to Salim Ali straight away, and I said, this is what I have seen. And he was with BNHS in those days. All my letters were addressed to him at BNHS. I got a letter as soon as I could possibly expect it. And he said, if you have seen a trogon, it is a sure sign that you should go to Higginbotham's bookshop the next time you are in Trivandrum and buy my book of The Birds of Travancore and Cochin. I hadn't even heard of it. You're now ready for it. That really became more than the primer of the first book. It became a book on which I lived for the 15 years that I was in Canada. After 2 or 3 years in the Poonmudi Hills, I moved to what is North Travancore, what is now Kerala. It is the area of the Kanad Devan Hills, also called the High Range. That is where Munnar is situated. And I worked for a company which had 30 tea estates in that area. And I moved from bungalow to bungalow. There again, I can't tell you what it was like. It was sheer paradise. bird after bird that came to me, or I looked up, ticked off. Whether it was grassland birds, or whether it was in the forest, or little pitas in the tea. It was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And I used to write to Salim Ali Sahab and keep him in touch with how my bird watching was going. And he said, "You're a very lucky boy, a very lucky boy, to have got this sort of field freely available. Make full use of your dollar." Then something else happened. One evening I was sitting on the veranda of my bungalow and the lights faded. And I told my cook butler, "Anthony, please bring a Petromax and put it over here so I can finish the chapter that I'm reading." He brought Petromax, put it just lying me, high table. And before I knew what was happening, the whole of that veranda was covered with a variety of insects, moths and all sorts of things. I was amazed. And I started looking at them. I didn't have a magnifying glass or anything like that. I started looking at each one of them. And some were dark and some were light. Then a stroke of genius went through my head. I said, "I'll do this purposely." I put out a sheet of black paper on one table and a white paper on the other with a lamp in the middle and see what happens. And the blacks and the whites I can make out more easily. There was no photography in those days, so I used to do line drawings. And I sent these to Salim Ali Sahab. Again, he tried to get me interested in insects. And I thought, no, I have to make a choice now. Either I go for the birds and stick to the birds, or I drop the birds and go to the insects. And I thought I'd rather spend my day in the daytime looking at birds than spend my night looking at these things. So I stuck to birds. That is what happened. Now, see, he was an extraordinary man. I met him a couple of times, but we knew each other better as correspondents who kept a correspondence going. One day I found a marvelous photograph of his with his binoculars like this, nose, the famous Salim Ali nose, lovely black and white. So I cut it out, pasted it in that book of Birds of Travancore coaching. And when I was in Bombay, I went to B&H's. I usually met him there. And I said, "Sir, I've got something." I showed him this. He said, "ये तस्वीर तुझे कहाँ से मिली?" He spoke in English and Urdu. "ये तस्वीर तुझे कहाँ से मिली?" पेपर या कोई मैगजीन में थी, सर, काट लिया लगा दी। "ये तस्वीर क्यों सोचा?" I said, "Sir, there's no doubt about it. This makes you look more like a bird than any picture of yours that I've ever seen." So he said, "Tu to badash nikla." But please sign it. He signed it. I have got it with me to this day. It's one of my prized pictures. Another man who I was deeply impressed by was Sir Peter Scott. He was an ornithologist and a painter. The only son of Robert Falcon Scott, the Antarctic explorer, who went to find the South Pole. The Norwegian Amundsen had beaten him by a fortnight. He never came back. He died on the way. He and his team died on the way. Mrs. Scott was left with this boy who grew up, and he grew up with her. And it was his paintings, especially of wildfowl, which interested him. The first time I was in England, young student even then, Slimbridge was not really very well known. But I went to Slimbridge and I visited it every time I have been in the UK. It's a wonderful experience. And you can see what captivated him. Then I thought, why shouldn't I do my own paintings? I'll never become a Peter Scott. I did, but with watercolors. And they were mostly waterfowl on our kuntas and lakes over here, one or two in North India. I don't have a single one left except for one that is in my sister's. The rest are scattered all over the world. I was able to either give them away, I actually sold quite a lot of them, but all in watercolor. But I don't do that. I've never really thought of bird studies. And I've never really thought of bird photography. But this is what I would like to close with. See, it seems to me that great changes have occurred in the world over the last 20, 25 years. But one of the most, I think, extraordinary things that have happened is the impact that technology has had on the field of photography. The photography of birds today is an absolutely marvelous thing to look at. 3 or 4 weeks ago, I saw a VCR photographed by somebody who might be here. I looked at it and I immediately wrote a note saying, this is so perfect. It's like the bird is posing for you. You've got something here which we could never have caught on bird. It's possible today. In fact, I thought coming here would be a nice way of telling you that I don't think that even Raja Deen Dayal, the court photographer of the Nizam, could have taken a photograph of a wheat here with his tripod and camera like that this boy has done. Stick by a boy, wasn't it one of your boys?
I think it was Suresh.
Absolutely marvelous, absolutely marvelous. And since then, I have seen picture after picture, birds in flight. And somebody sent a lovely shot of a long-tailed minivet, a red long-tailed minivet from the Doon Valley. And I wrote and said, thank you very much. I explored that valley for 5 years and never saw a long-tailed minivet. And you made it possible today. This is not just photography, but the ability to share our experience with those who we feel would appreciate it and take advantage of it. So, I think there are 2 things to say before I close. One is, please carry on with your enthusiasm, doing what you're doing. This is a lovely field of study, and there is more pleasure in this field than there is in many other fields. Not that I am decrying anything else, but the pleasure that I have obtained through this is available to all of us. Don't ever forget, like the 20th century belonged to me, the 21st century belongs to you. Take full advantage of it. I think I have to tell President Pitti that in future I will have to refer to something like this as a roosting. It's a roosting of birds. Long may you enjoy many roostings like this. Long may you flourish with this. And long may the organized way with which you have both fun and scientific pleasure carry on. Actually, there is really nothing more to say. I was asked only a week or 10 days ago by somebody who was asked to say a few words at some very important function. Sir, what is the meaning of few words? I said, my dear fellow, there's only one way to understand this. F stands for firing, E stands for explosions, and W stands for wordiness, be as wordy as you like. Whether he took my advice or not, I do not know. But I think I have said what I have to say. There is really nothing more to say. I wish you the very best in the years ahead. And I thank you very deeply for the warmth of your reception this evening and the forbearance with which you have listened to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. for a very interesting antidote that we have quoted. And also thank you for wishing our friends all the best for the future years to come. Thank you. Now, the time has come for us to announce the prizes, but that will have to wait for a little while. As per our tradition, we call all the participants here one by one and request you guys to say a few words for 2 to 3 minutes, and so that we all share your experiences as to where all you went, what happened, and any funny incident was most welcome to be revealed to all of us. So before I start calling the teams one by one, I request you, the entire team, to come here. Stand here. There is a mic which you will have to address. Before that, I request Ashish to say a few statistics about the event today, as to how many people are taking part. He has got certain statistics.
In the morning, 27 teams were flagged off. There were 103 participants, and 27 of them were ladies. In the evening, 24 teams returned. I don't know what happened to 3 of them. Maybe they are still searching for night birds, owls and night charts.
They flew the coop.
Yeah, they flew the coop. So, congratulations to all those who returned and are enjoying this evening. There are many brave birders among you, I know that. Thank you for coming back.
Ashish, we are giving so many names. There is no night jar here. I think next time we should include night jars also. Anyway, I think let's start with sunbirds. I have got sunbird here. Who are the sunbirds? One of the ones who's calling. They are left, huh?
I can give you the names of those. These are the names of the teams that
Okay, I'll go by this list. Makes more sense. Okay, we'll start with ducks. Where are the ducks? Please come out.
It's on.
Introduce yourself, please.
Myself Rajesh Arab, captain of Ducks team. And Mr. Balaji, come and please, you also come here.
Where is Balaji? Come on, please. Stand next to him. We all want to see who Balaji is.
Okay.
Good.
But first time participant is Bharas actually, and he supported me very much. And frankly, I was speaking, I have no more idea about the Bharas actually, so I am not given good result. Next year I will come with a good result. Thank you very much.
Rajesh, you become member of our society and we'll teach you birding. So the next time you are prepared. Huh? So you can, our Mr. Murthy is there, you can become a led by yeah. I have to canvas for BSF also. Now, let's call falcons. Please introduce yourselves. Humayun, Anjali, Abhinav,
Anjali.
Abhinav, you be the captain now. Okay? Please, all your names?
Good evening everyone. I am Abhinav, I am 14 years old and we are the Falcons. So today was very enjoyable for all of us and especially for me, I learned a lot of new things. So we first went to Narsapur, which was great. we saw a lot of raptors and larks and ducks and I can go on and on. But then we went to Aminpur Lake where we saw more water birds. And the funniest incident today was on the shore of the Aminpur Lake. There was an orange. I kept looking at it for 5 minutes, thinking it was some exotic bird. And finally, went close and it was round like an orange.
I don't know, I don't think there's anything else to share. I'd say that for us at least the bird of the day was the tufted pochard that we saw at Narsapur. And although I didn't see it announced anywhere on the sheets, but there is I think something called the dip of the day. And for us at least that was the Indian tree pie, because that was one bird that we expected and never saw. So I can see that. I can see that, but I missed you on the way up. But that's all we had to say. Thank you so much.
I think they are looking for the tufted pochards and white-eyed pochards. I have some communication from the NHS that if you spot one to be reported, could you just send me a note on this? Tufted pochard,
Definitely.
You got a picture of this cat?
But it's like kind of...
Anyway, if you can do it, huh? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, you. Your name first.
Hi, my name is Prasad. I was an ex-colleague of Mr. Humayun Tahir. I've seen many gurus in my life, but the Guruji that I've seen in Humayun Tahir is fascinating. I mean, it's a lifetime experience for me. Moving along with him, you keep learning so much in life. He is a busy bird watcher. I owe my birding career to Mr. Humayun, and we've been winning many bird races in our life. I ran a very big race in my career, I won. I ran another race in my family life. I've been winning on and off because it's wife involved in that. But today is the best bird race, I mean, it's the best race that I've come across, and I hope we get rewarded sometime later. I have a 3-year-old daughter. I keep taking my 2 daughters to a nearby pond in Nizamabad area. So I was actually showing a few photographs that I've photographed near my pond. So my 3-year-old daughter suddenly she uttered, "Daddy's hair." I was like shocked, how did this girl know? Because every time I take her near the pond, I used to say, to my wife and my elder daughter, I got my wife used to this birding because she was not allowing me to go to birding trips. So I thought it was the best strategy, and it really worked well. Now she now started used to it, and then she allows me to go out. In the morning today, before she closed the door, when I was leaving at 5:30, she said, "All the best." So I thought the strategy really worked. So I am very happy that the interest that Humayun Tahir has, inculcated in me, I am able to do it for my children. Probably next bird race, my 2 daughters will be there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prasad. You see, we have decided, Prasad, if Humayun wins any more races in the future, we will make him the judge. We will give some chance to others. I know Humayun has been birding since he was a teenager, and of course he is one of the best as far as Hyderabad city is concerned. Thank you, thank you. Next comes sparrows. They are disappearing, Baba. You have not. Please come. Yeah, Lawrence. Good to see you and your family. Lovely.
Good evening, people. I can't hear you. Not yet. Have an excellent before having dinner. You'll have extra food going in.
They're completely roasted.
Okay. My name is Amrita, this is my dad Lawrence, and that is Manmad Rao, my team. And this is actually the first time I've been watching birds and learning their names other than books. I realized there were 62 birds in Hyderabad other than in books. It was really a memorable experience. I mean, for the first time you are sitting in a place without sleeping. Normally when you are sitting in a place in a classroom you sleep. But here you are just looking at the bird and you are just thinking what's it gonna do? What bird is it? I don't want to make a fool out of myself. I really haven't planned through what I have to speak, but it's really good, to encourage people coming out like this, especially youngsters like me, to connect themselves with nature. And I really enjoyed this opportunity. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I hope I'll come here next year without my dad nagging me. Thank you.
Okay, that was very interesting. Now we come to babblers. Very nice, noisy lot. Now for the information of the audience, this team is from the Forest Department. They are all with the Forest Academy at Dulapalli. And even the director was here in the morning during the flag off. He was a little late and he was inquiring how many teams are going to Dulapalli. So since we do not know who goes where, we told him that. But still I think Chaudhary Saab had gone there. I don't know who else has gone there. You're also gone there. Good. So he must have been happy. I don't know whether he's aware of it. But anyway, without wasting any more time, I ask the babblers to babble. Please. This is Somashekar, right? You are Somashekar. Yeah. Please, all the names.
We are the 4 members of Forest Section Officers from Andhra Pradesh Forest Academy. I am Somashekar, this is Mahesh, Sujata and Arun Kumari. This is our great good opportunity to all among us. Actually, you are all from only around this Hyderabad only, but we are from the different area of Andhra Pradesh. We are all training at only Andhra Pradesh Forest Academy. Actually, birds గురించి ఇంత కేర్ తీసుకుంటారని మాకు ఇప్పటి వరకు అయితే తెలియదు. కానీ నాకు ఫస్ట్ ఈ బర్డ్స్ గురించి వినగానే ఫస్ట్ డౌట్ వచ్చింది, ఉంటారా బర్డ్స్ గురించి ఇలా చేసేవాడు. తర్వాత మళ్ళీ నాకు నువ్వు వచ్చింది, ఎందుకు బర్డ్స్ గురించి ఇలాగా. తర్వాత ఫైనల్లీ నాకు బాధేసింది. నేను ఎప్పుడైనా బర్డ్స్ గురించి వెళ్తుంటే దీంట్లో బర్డ్ చూపించుకోండి. నేను సలీమాలి బుక్ ఫాలో అవుతూ వచ్చాను. సలీమాలి బుక్ ఫాలో అయ్యి దాంట్లో ఉంది. ఎందుకంటే యాక్చువల్లీ మేము బేసికలీ ఫారెస్ట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్, సో దట్ ఓన్లీ వీ నో నేచర్ ఆఫ్ సమ్ బర్డ్స్ అవి ఎలా ఉంది అని తెలుసు. కానీ ఇక్కడ చూసి అక్కడున్న వాచాన్ని అది ఏదైనా అప్పటికి బర్డ్ మాకు తెలిసింది ఉందనుకో ఆ ఏరియాలో ప్రతి బుక్లో చూసి ఈ బర్డ్ ఉందా అని అడిగి, ఇది వరకు ఉండేది సార్, ఇది వరకు ఉండేది సార్, ఎక్కడికైనా వెళ్ళి ఉండేది ఇది వరకు ఉండేది సార్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు లేదు. ఇవాళ మనం వాటిని మిస్ అయిపోతున్నాం. దాన్ని చూసి నాకు బాగా. కానీ నెక్స్ట్ మీరందరూ తెలుసుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే బర్డ్స్ ని ఎవరైనా డ్యామేజ్ చేస్తుంటే మీరు ఊరికనే ఉండాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. అవర్ ఫారెస్ట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఈస్ దేర్. ఓకే, we have the 1972 Forest Act is there, Wildlife Act that is okay. All that we can book the case on him. And also one powerful act is there, that is the Biodiversity Act. Okay, the Biodiversity Act is if any person make damage to the any endangered species or threatened species. Almost all birds are endangered or threatened, I think. Of course, 1 or 2 birds we are seeing now. మనం పాత రోజుల్లో అయితే మనం ఎక్కువ బర్డ్స్ చూసేవాళ్ళు, ఇప్పుడు లేవు. మీరు కనుక ఎవరైనా డ్యామేజ్ చేస్తుంటే యూ డైరెక్ట్లీ ఇన్ఫార్మ్ టు అవర్ ఫారెస్ట్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ అండ్ అతను తీసుకొచ్చి మాకు చెప్తే వీ విల్ అరెస్ట్ హిమ్. దీస్ 1972
Wildlife Act and this Biodiversity Act cases are the non-bailable. Okay, so that in this occasion, I request you all, okay, if any person make damage to the board means immediately inform to our department. Okay, that's all only. Thank you very much giving this the precious opportunity to work.
Somasajal and Patil, thank you very much for your advice. And next year we hope that more teams from the academy takes part. We will get a lot of encouragement if people from your academy.
Not only from our academy, entire our forest department will come and participate in this.
Excellent. Why not? Good. Yes. I'm making a note. I remember that. I can't go up another way. Now next come the cranes. Cranes are here. Amarveer, come. Surakshit, Pratyek, please.
Good evening, everybody. I must first thank BSAP, GHAC and HSBC for making this happen. It's a long story actually, why I'm here or how I've been able to make it. I used to do birding long back with Ashish. Maybe I don't know whether you remember this or not, more than 20 years ago. And then I moved from Hyderabad. Afterwards I couldn't do it. I came back but couldn't catch up. Every time I tried to call or BSAP and try to reach analysts or go to any of their programs, it never happened. Something other than came up. But when this opportunity came up, when I saw this bird race, I said I have to be here. And then I put in my nephews, Surakshit, Apurv and Pratyek, and then said we are all going. These are all these guys, the first time they did bird watching, and then it was an amazing experience for them as well. We went about 130 kilometers around. Went to the water bodies, saw some great species, and we got about 54 of them. Of course, Ashish disqualified few of them. That's fine. But it will be a great experience for us. I think we will continue, Ashish, and I will continue to come with BSAP as and when we keep moving. Thank you so much, and thank you, Ashish.
Thank you very much. Hello. Hello, this is working. What shall we wait for?
Night charge.
Okay, now next are stocks. Stocks. Any good news?
The baby is back. Yeah.
Just before you start, ladies and gentlemen, I think among the 27 ladies that took part today, as Ashish announced, that lady was the only one who was driving the car, I think. Apart from everybody else, Rashmi was also a lady driver. So please go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
I'm Arjun.
I'm Sharda.
I'm speaker.
I'm Chitra.
So, we are the stocks. Initially,
Not the dogs.
initially I want to rename our team Stock Raving Mad, but my teammates had better taste and better sense than myself, so we decided to go with the name we ended up with. So, we started off by going to Chilkur. We had some great birding in the first 15 minutes. And after that, we saw everything that, we expected to see at Chilkur in the first 15 minutes. And once we went into the park, there was absolutely nothing. Well, that's an odd part of the game. Then we then decided to go to Gandipet, and we decided to go to the backwaters to see, we've heard so much about flamingos and all kinds of exotic birds that are there. But somehow to get lost. fun. We did get to the lake eventually, but we...
Yeah, 70 species or something. And we were like running out of time, and then we raced back to Sanjeevaya and like, you know, noses clipped like this and saw coots. These are the, you know, 40-50 coots, and we were never so happy to see coots in our lives. So we saw the coots and we saw these birds which are, you know, found in slush and muck, like black-winged stilts, and you know. So we were like really thrilled, like yay, black-winged stilts, and so yeah. So from there we were trying to look for the golden oriole very badly because Izzat ka sawal tha according to Chitra, and we managed to finally see one at the Sanjeevaya Park. Last year, Shrikar just spotted it for us, which is like really good. I think one of the funny incidents was the Indian spotted eagles. So while we got lost when we were on our way to Gandipet, so we stopped next to this agricultural plot of land where guy was plowing this thing. So wahan pe these 4 or 5 Indian spotted eagles came. Each one was...
We didn't know at that
time. We didn't know at that time it was Indian spotted eagle, imperial eagle, Indian spotted eagle, greater spotted, lesser spotted, kya. So we were going on, and each one was in a different shade, like the mother, the father, and the juveniles or whatever, everything. 5 of them, and we were like photographing them. But it was really beautiful to see them landing there at the, you know, in the plowed acre of land. And it was one of the fun incidents that we had trying to guess their identities. Yeah, but so we managed to come up with 93 species. Yeah, so it turns out whoever we asked where did you go birding, everybody was like Narsapur, Raminpur. We were the four who were on the southern end of the city. We went to Chilkur and Osman Sagar. So that's why we didn't run into anybody. Oh, there was another team over there. So yeah, it was a good fun day. We survived just on the biscuits and we were like birding hungry.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, 93 birds. Yeah, good day, good experience.
Bird of the day?
Bird of the day? What? Yeah. Oh, Clamorous reed warbler. The tip of the day would be actually a lot of Oriental magpie robin, purple herons. A lot of species disappointed us. Alright. Thank you.
Thank you, Stocks. Now, when these people had gone, and I think after 1 or 2 hours, Sharda phoned me up and says, Uncle, how to go to the backwaters of Gandipet? Now the thing is, for the AWC, Asian Waterfowl Census, we had gone there on the 15th or 16th of January, along with Humayun, Anjali, myself and my son in a jeep. And we somehow reached, with great difficulty, the backwaters of Gandipet, and there we saw about 200 to 300 flamingos, greater flamingos, about 200 to 300 black-tailed godwits, spoonbills, and about 2,000 or so various types of ducks, mostly pigtails. Correct me if I'm wrong, and bar-headed geese, and a lot. Now after that, the word got around, and Hemant, I think, went there and posted a very nice shot of the flamingos, and that went viral. And about 1 after the 4 people asked me how to go to the backwaters of. Now it's very difficult to explain because it is an awful complicated thing. So I said, look, I'll take you. I can't explain how to go. So his brother Ambarish Pitti brought his car, and G.V. Prasad of Reddy's Lab, he came, then Janardhan Pingal, then Vikram Deva Rao. In 2 cars, we piled up and went there last Saturday. And Nandu Kumar also, Nandu was also there. Now, these people said, Shabat, if you were not there, we would never have reached. I said, okay, because it was the second time that we were going, I could manage. So if anybody of you want to see flamingos, they are still there. They were there at least till last Saturday. Please let me know. We can make a gang, and maybe this coming Sunday, maybe we can all go. Form a convoy or something, and we can go if you are really interested in it. Let me know after the show is over. Thank you, thank you. Okay, after the stop we have got the pigeons. Pigeons, where are the pigeons? Huh? Floor? No? अरे they have submitted the thing, ना? तो ठीक है, तो pigeons are not there.
Don't want to come out.
Okay, then we have got swifts. Swifts, where are the swifts? Good. Come.
Hi everybody, I'm sorry my team isn't here. Actually, my original team is my sister and a friend of mine, but they ditched me. They think I'm crazy because I do all of these things. So then I managed to take one of the photographers with the Hindu, Mr. Gopal. I took him to Lotus Pond. So when I started off, I asked him how much time do you have? So he said, I have 1 hour. I said, okay, then I can't take you to any other place. I'll have to take you to Lotus Pond if I have to get you back to the Nile. He said, okay. Then we went over there. Started showing him the birds. The first bird that we saw was purple-rumped sunbird, and then we saw the common kingfisher, or the small kingfisher, and that's it. It was done. After that, he just didn't want to move from there. After 1 hour, I'm like, should we go? He's like, give me 5 more minutes. And then after 1.5 hours, I asked again, should we go? He said, no, you go ahead. I've called 2 other friends of mine, so you go ahead, please. So I think that was the best part because I was able to generate interest and passion in not just one person, but 2 others through that one person. So yeah, so I don't have any bird of the day or tip of the day or any of those things because I just saw about 13 birds and all. But it was really nice to hear the small kingfisher voice. I mean, it was the first time I saw it from that close a distance. Like it was maybe at 2 arms distance. So that's about my experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashmi.
The tip of the day, we are not announcing this year. It's a legacy from earlier bird races, so don't announce it. Just a bird of the day is fine.
Thank you, Rashmi. In fact, taking part is the main thing here. That's the fun of it. And we really appreciate that in spite of the Sangeet that you seem to be having, still you have made it here. Thank you. Then we come to shrikes. Bayback shrike, long-tailed shrike, I don't know which shrikes, but shrikes. That's Nishant. Please introduce yourself. Trishla Jain, Hemant Kumar and Mohan.
Well, good evening everyone. I'm Nishant and my team is Shrike. So we were 4 shrikes on 2 bikes. We had a very good time. We covered quite a few places, Aminpur, KBR, Usman Sagar and all. And it was fun going out with everyone, taking break, having snacks that we were given. And at Aminpur, I think we might have dropped one of the oranges, which probably Abhinav found. Sorry about that. We lost 5 minutes of your precious time. Yeah, so I don't really have much to say. Besides me, this is Mohan and Trishla and Hemant. They have been very supportive. We've had very good time in spotting the birds, in putting down the names in the list and photographing them as well. Everyone has shared their fun experience and we have the same. I just want to share something beyond that, which is mostly like a concern. As our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Amir has recalled his memories of Doon, and he had described about the place, the rivers and the mountains and all. It caught my attention and I was wondering whether we'll ever see this kind of pristine habitats. As he said, this sanctuary belongs to us and we need to take the full advantage of it. What concerns me is that, even the local places, the parks where you go, as soon as they find a person with a binocular or camera, they just say restrictions. You're not allowed to go in. With very few spots left in the city and we barely have anywhere to go, I just wonder that where would go and watch out these birds. So that is something that really troubled us throughout the trip today, throughout the race. Like most of the places where we went, we had this kind of problems. But at the end of the day, I know we all had fun. So that was what it is, because of which we've involved and we got into the race for fun. So I'm sure everyone had it. That's all from my point.
Nishant, for your information, we formed this complaint to the Forest Department and to the PCCL. He said he'll take action.
Now the next are the sunbirds. Sunbirds here. Ranjani, Ravi, Sandhya. No? Sunbirds are absconded. Okay, we'll go to next. Robins. Oh,
there's a depleting habitat, so our team consists of only 1.5 persons. Okay, 1.5 robins. You can guess who the half is. Okay, we just spent about half a day birding. 6.5 hours is a lot of hard work for a 66-year-old structure. We covered 2 places, the pristine and well-preserved ABR Park. And then we came down to the stinking, once beautiful Hussain Sagar. And we could identify about 30 odd species. And Sukumar, with his sharp eye and his fast camera, could shoot some really cute photographs of the birds we saw. We ended somewhere in the afternoon. We ended the birding with rather a sad note, in the sense I was surprised at how those stilts and spot-billed ducks could survive all the stink and dirt of Hussain Sagar, thanks to our Ganesha. And but what really hurt me was, I recall my very young days when I used to go for bird. I went to Hussain Sagar, not for bird watching, but as a lovebird. And I really sympathize with the current lovebird. The scent I experienced, that of Gasman, and the scent the lovebirds of today are experiencing, I don't want to mention, please imagine yourself.
Basically, we both are geologists working for a Geological Survey of India. He retired as senior deputy and I'm still in service. Today morning we decided not to join this race and we came nothing prepared. We told them also we just come see people getting flagged off and going out. But suddenly he says we have a team, we are in Robin's team. He said both of us are there. Then we decided to go. Just as he was reminiscing about Hussain Sagar, I think about my childhood days, being born and brought up here. Hussain Sagar was such a nice place with water lilies and people catching fish and swimming. And I think someday I should see that. Thank you.
Thank you, Sukumar. And I think I'm very happy that you enjoyed bird watching at our parks. I think we must also go there more often.
A footnote, after seeing those lovebirds, I remember that cinema, Jawani Diwani Hoti Hai.
Correct. So that was very interesting indeed. Next are harriers. Aishwarya, Harsha, Vijay, Charan.
Hi, my name is Aishwarya. Sorry about any wrong expectations. Vijay, Harsha and Charan, we are the Harriers. It was a good, it was an interesting day. What do I say?
So आप लोगों के लिए क्वेश्चन है, आप में से कितने लोग गोल्डन ओरियल को देखे?
Now you're embarrassed. Now you're embarrassed.
Actually, we are very proud of seeing that. So, we're just excited about that.
But I share a few concerns, like Vishank's concern, like, and I think all of us had the same thing. Like cameras were not allowed, binoculars were not allowed, things like that. At Sanjeevaya Park, Indira Park, both places.
Yeah, even at Indira Park, we had to carry it unauthorizedly. We had to keep it in a bag and carry it away like that.
So that was one thing, and then the other thing was about the condition of the lakes. Like Ameenpur, I think a few of us went, and it was really in a very bad condition. You don't really, I mean, you can see the birds, but you cannot really appreciate the beauty of the place because of the condition it is. And I think those were good. The word of the day is golden oriole. For me, it was really a lesson in humility. We went out with a lot of hopes. We did see quite a few birds. Our main problem was we saw so many of them, we didn't know which one was what. So we took a lot of pictures, and when I came here, I thought, let me increase my tally. I went to Mr. Ashish and I said, yeah, I have a few pictures, can you help me identify them?
Get lost.
And he said, I will once you submit your logbook. So that's it from my side.
Only one thing I want to say is, please save nature.
Thank you for the advice. Ashish, just 2 minutes of my time. Many people came not able to identify birds. I think we should have one or two of us who could identify them for them. I think rather than disappointing them. I tried my best standing there, but of course I can't match your thing. You see, we had gone there birding with Ashish with an American gentleman, and there we were told that if you see a bird and you can't identify it, so you ask Ashish, what's that bird? When if Ashish says he can't do it, then the chance of it's not a bird. So,
It's an orange.
anyway, we are running a little behind time. I hope you're not all that hungry. So another few minutes, and I request people to be little short as possible. So next are Minas. Please make it snappy, if you don't mind.
Hi everyone, this is Amar. So we had 4 people in our team, Amardeep, Vineet, and can you hear me okay now? Yes. So, in the interest of time, one thing I would like to say is, for the past 12 years of my career in semiconductor industry, I have been like a machine before a machine. Today's experience was like totally drove me onto the other side of the brain, whatever it is, and I did forget for the whole day about work, and I saw a different aspect of life, and really birding is something which added a pleasantness to my thought process, and I would like to continue that. I got a few names from whatever all of you have spoken, so I'll do a little bit of research in my end. So I think for me today's experience was adventurous and very pleasant. So I would like my teammate to add something to this. Thanks.
Hi, I have been with GHSA from long time. I have done many adventure activities. I have done 100-meter race, relay and marathon also. After seeing the name bird race, I thought, do they need to do relay or marathon? What is that bird race? So after some time, I just saw the mail and I read completely that we need to go around the city and we need to search for the birds. So really I enjoyed today and I came to know about lot many birds. Thank you.
About the bird race, after everyone had left and we came at 4 o'clock in the afternoon to prepare the hall, etc., there was a family, 2 ladies and a small girl waiting outside, and the watchman said, "Sahab, ye log aapka hai baar se they came." So she said, where are you racing the birds? The girl is, yeah, she's so interested. I just want to see you race them. When are you
Yes, the majority of the people, press people, when the making the bird race, they have to give a long lecture what it's all about, because they don't understand bird race. So well, they have to live with it, and people are, getting conscious of it. Okay, next is eagles. Sagarika, come. She was the captain. Vivek, did you enjoy? Good.
Hi all, I'm Sagarika with Vivek and Vinay. Our fourth team member unfortunately had to drop out this morning due to unforeseen circumstances. First of all, thanks everyone for whoever the organizers, the sponsors and everybody else for putting this together. We really enjoyed ourselves. We covered Dulapalli Forest Academy. I don't think anybody was there at that time, but that was a brilliant start. We could identify about 25, 30 odd species there. And after which we went to Shamirpet. I think the first reaction was that of shock and disdain, because what I remember of Shamirpet, it's nowhere close to what it was. Luckily, we didn't take off. That didn't discourage us. We went to the water side. We saw a lot of waders, a lot of water birds, and so on. Then we actually went around the lake. We walked a lot. When you're burning, you lose track of time. I'd say our wow moment came. Our team name was Eagles, and we didn't spot a single eagle. But wow moment came when we all spotted a raptor, which I had never seen before, the common kestrel, and it is such a handsome bird. And we got a brilliant picture of it as well. So that was our crowning glory of the day for today. And I'd say in Shamirpet again, we were looking at this rather large rock sticking out of water, and when Vivek asked me, what do you think is below that? It looks like a piece of cloth. And then I had a squint through my binoculars and I said very affirmatively, yes, it is some piece of cloth that's been left there by someone. He said, yeah, it's a piece of cloth. After which it moved, and then it was a grey heron. It was too far away to see its expression, but I'm sure he thought to himself that humans can be such fools. So that was something, I would just want to share with all of you. And over to my teammates. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Madam. Now next are the pittas. Pitta is our DSLP bird. Pittas, just give it all come. This is the unit of Caravan gang. Little louder, please.
Yeah. My name is Sheshigir Rao. For birding, I am a student, but the other side is different. And if anybody would like to interact, still I am a student, and among us four, three migratory pittas. One is indigenous pitta. She born in Robert years. Even I am from Andhra Pradesh, but I am about 800 kilometers far away from here. I migrated about 30 years back. My association with Hyderabad in the 1970s. Now and then I used to come. Now I migrated to what we call as a permanently, hopefully permanently. So, regarding the birding and other things, as I told, I am a student. Maybe my teammate, Joby Joseph, that is my teacher of the birding, will explain. Because I am now learning several things, and just somebody is informed just now. Just last night I am thinking whether I should join or I should participate or not, but forcefully I came and now I enjoyed, and several things I videoed, and maybe I reproduced to my other youngsters in my university. So it will be, total week will be occupied to them. So please, Joseph, do it.
Just has a great day.
Yeah, this was my first bird race. I heard about it earlier, but I never came out early in the morning and joined it actually. And I'm glad that I came for it. I enjoyed the whole day, and we spotted around 75 species. There were some strategic problems because we got lost several times trying to find once the Dullapalli Forest Academy and some other as places. So next time I think we'll plan it well and spot a lot more species, and hope this keeps on happening. And thanks to all who organized it. Thank you.
The funny thing about it is, we were lost, so I was really bored, so I was going through the list again. So I thought, okay, hens are easy to find, so you can just take a picture of them. Then I was going on, hens are birds, and hens birds. So, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Only we are disappointed about not. No, it's okay. Sorry.
No, we thought that the security fellows, they thought it is a bird race, and they will charge like that with cars and other things, and we should put wording in different way, diplomatic way, like it's bird watchers race. So it went to security office to some deputies or registrar to vice chancellor. It went to cold storage.
Maybe I got to see him also, I don't know. But anyway, next time we'll go for that. And you said you will be prepared for the next year, and I'm sure HSBC, we should be able to do that. Why not? Thank you. Now Hawks, next is Hawks. Kiran Kumar, come. Please make it little short. Okay, please.
Good evening all, I am Ilyas. Sorry, my team is not able to make it because they have got a flat tire for the record. In the morning when I collected the list from here, I saw A to Z, every alphabet has a species. So, there are these kind of birds where we can find it. In my lifetime also I will not find these all birds. You have given these many lists, so it's impossible to do. So first I started is, we went to Foxsagar. How many of you know Foxsagar? Excellent place to see. There I found fleet of birds. One thing I can't find is, I don't know what species that is. Next time I want to give a suggestion. If you can give a picture and a small description with it, it will be very useful for us. I captured so many pics, but I don't know what species that is, what kind of bird that is. And next we went to Shamirpet Lake, Gandipet, this Mrudwani National Forest. Thank you all for giving this opportunity. It's a wonderful day for me.
Thank you. Next is Red Munias. They wanted to give the name Munias, but they were very particular about Red Munias. So, come.
Hi, I'm Anu, Neeta, Kripa, and we are glad that we have seen Red Munias today. Yeah, it was very nice, and we had few strategies before the start of the race, and one of them was to make sure that we don't spend too much of time watching birds, and because your natural birding instincts kick in and you start loving the bird and you want the bird to love you. So that was very difficult to hold because I saw a yellow billed babbler nesting on a banyan tree, because I couldn't spend much time watching it building its nest. So that was one. And the bird of the day was Eurasian wryneck. There is one more bird which I like very much. It is cotton pygmy goose. It's a very beautiful bird in flight. And one funny event that I had was I was walking towards a little ring plover, and it was walking towards me. Generally, the birds actually go away from you, but this was walking towards me. I thought it must be nesting around, so I just tried to avoid that place. So that's all.
Thank you. Now next one, owls. Yeah, Chaudhary sir, you must be very comfortable in the evening. Short and sweet, please.
Good evening, you all. We started our day with Aminapur Lake. We started our day with Aminapur Lake, and we had almost about a count of 60 there itself. And after that we visited AP Forest Academy, but it was very, very hot there. And we were scared to enter the forest because of white boars, and nobody was ready to accompany us there. So we just went around Harper Park and came back. Then I was expecting quite a lot from Sanjivaya Park, because whenever I go there we see a lot of birds there. But this time part of the Sanjivaya Park is some dumping ground prepared, and we could not visit that portion. Otherwise, that area we used to see Cisticola, Taylor bird, and like that. Though name of our group is Owl, but we failed to spot one. And our group, particularly, four types of bird, that is Plinia, flowerpecker, babbler, and flycatcher. They troubled us a lot. We could not identify most of them. And that's all. It was a pleasant day, and I would like to thank HSBC for sponsoring such a wonderful program.
Thank you very much, Chaudhary. Next is Kingfishers. Mayank Tiwari and his gang. Please come on.
Hi, good evening. I'm Venkat. Yeah, I'm Venkat, Mayank, Adnan, and Vasundaram. Except for Mayank, the rest of us are beginners, and I can say that we have done 4 months of birding in one single day. What I mean is that we have actually spotted and seen more number of birds than what we did in the last 4 field trips. I mean, normally we go to a field trip and we think that we would have seen 10 to 15 birds, but then by the evening we will get an email saying that they have spotted hundreds of birds. So I think bird races, having small teams of 4 and a knowledgeable captain is a very good opportunity for beginners. I would like to thank the organizers for arranging this field trip for this bird race. And I would also like to thank all the participants for making this beautiful event for us. Thank you, and Mayank will talk about our birds.
This bird of the day was Ticket's blue flycatcher. Good.
Thank you.
First of all, I would like to thank HSBC and DSAP for giving us this opportunity to come forward and spend some time with the birds, spot them, photograph them. And the best part of being with this is I can connect to nature directly, and I can feel that in my soul. It actually gives me rest, and I feel very calm. It relaxes me.
Actually, my schedule is very tight. I've been working a lot. I'm also preparing for civils. But still, to curb all the stress and to come out of all the tensions. So, bird watching is very good. And besides bird watching, regarding birds, I would like to talk about the dwindling population of sparrows. So, I think all of you might have observed, there are not lots of sparrows to be spotted. Previously, when we were kids, we used to find lots of sparrows in our homes. We used to have thatched roofs. I come from a village. I come from a town, small town. So my grandfather had a thatched roof. He had a hut. So there used to be lots of sparrows there, and we used to feel very happy listening to those sparrows coming in the early morning, and they had very lots of nests. We used to feel very happy, and now they are totally gone. And it's not because they don't have any thatched roof or any hut. But maybe there are many reasons, I don't know. I have heard there are 4 to 5 reasons. Apart from that, there is some mobile towers and some others, lack of thatched roofs and all those things. And also, I would like to request all of you to do something for the sake of sparrows. We don't want to lose them. They are our best friends, I say. Because I have spent a lot of time, in my childhood, spending with sparrows. So, yeah. And also I would like to say all of you to join Save Hussain Sagar campaign, which has been started recently. And let me tell you, this is not funded by Indian government, it is funded by a Japanese government. The JICA is organizing this. They are funding this multi-crore, multi-million project for us, for the sake of us. So we as Hyderabadis, and actually I told you, I'm not a Hyderabadi, I am from a town, but still I feel a lot for Hyderabad. So I request all of you to join the Save Hussain Sagar campaign and make it a success. Contribute in whatever term you can. Everything counts. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are running out of time. So I request people to please make it short, a minute or two. So the next one is tree pies. Because we have to give opportunity to everybody who is present here. But please make it very short so that we can wind up.
I've been waiting for this day since the last bird race. I've been visiting places for new species of birds, and I've been telling my friends in school about birds and everything. We started off at Nasapur forest, then we went to the Shamitpet lake and other places. The bird of the day for our team was the changeable hawk eagle. Thank you.
And why tree pie? Because when I was logging my nomination for the bird race, that was the last call. I vividly remembered that the tree pie also wanted to participate.
Thanks, Kumash. Now we have got egrets. Egrets.
Hi, my name is Madhu. So I am an MBA student at the Indian School of Business. So this is our team captain Asif, Madhur and Vijay. So this is the first time I am participating in the bird race. So really, I really enjoyed the day and thanks for organizing such a wonderful event, and cheers for my team for all the hard work they put into it.
Next is geese. Sajid Hussain and party.
Hi, I'm Jayati. Our captain was Mr. Kulkarni, who has left early, and I was really happy to be with him. He has taught me a lot of new birds, and we saw a good many birds at Narsapur forest. Our bird of the day was the tree pipit, which I had never seen earlier. apart from this, we visited the Sangareddy tank, and there we spotted a lot of migratory species like this northern pin-tailed and the shovelard and other geese. But one thing disappointed me. The whole path was strewn with plastic bags, and we had to just literally step over that to reach the place. It was so disappointing. I mean, so many plastic bags that no one will ever be able to remove that. So it's a big concern. And another thing which I felt bad, okay, some of the places which I expected to visit, like ICRISAT and the campus of the university, Central University of Hyderabad, we could not enter. Maybe these organizations have their own policy, but I would like to feel that even they should encourage, because being university, they should encourage this type of nature activities and even make their own students participate. I feel that they can give a thought to this idea.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now it's nice. Nitin.
Hi everyone, actually Nitin had to leave, he had a call from home, so it's only Rashid and me here. And we went to Narsapur and we went to Golconda, we went to KVR National Park. And however familiar and unfamiliar a landscape or territory might be, a birding trip has its own surprises, or its own dull moments, and its high points. And our bird of the day again is the changeable hawk eagle, which we spotted at Narsapur. It was quite an unusual sighting for us, and that's all I need to say. Rashid, would you like to say something? It's okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now the last on the agenda, Keiko Das.
Good evening, everyone.
Introduce everybody.
I'm Upasna. This is my mother, Basadatta. This is Keku, and this is my father, Mahakash. And this is my first time seriously birding. And I mean, this bird day seriously opened my eyes to the whole world of bird watching and the excitements of it and everything. And about birds, one thing that I felt this time was like birds are like the radiant colors of nature coming together and coming to life before my eyes, and this is really a wonderful thing. And I mean, till today, birds were, when I was outdoors, birds were just nameless creatures moving around. And when I looked at the names in the books, they were just faceless names. And when I could put them together today by looking at, the Salim Ali bird book and then looking at them in real life, it was really, really wonderful. And I mean, today actually opened the doors of this whole world of different sort of birds to me. And I'm really thankful.
Thank you.
I just wanted to add one thing. I had said this last year also, one low point for me, which I saw. This year also, today we had gone to Lotus Pond and we found 2 boxes which we had distributed in the morning, left in the park on the way. So, it's one of us who has done it and I'm very sad about it.
Thank you, Keku, for bringing this to our attention. In spite of our best efforts, this is happening. I suppose what you have said will have some effect in future. Now, everybody has spoken and it was extremely interesting indeed. Now we come to the main, finale of a program of announcing the winners. So, Nandi is here. Now we'll start with the third prize. They have got first, second and third, depending upon the number of species seen. So we start with the third placed team. the winner is Shrikes. They have seen 111 species, 111, and the bird of the day was greater flamingo.
Group picture.
Thank you very much and congratulations all of you. Now, coming in the second place are the Falcons. They have seen 137 species. And then the bird of the day was tufted duck or tufted peacock. Thank you very much and congratulations all of you. Now the finale, Red Munias. They have seen 155 species.
I think they deserve a standing ovation.
Their bird of the day was wryneck, which is a very rare species which is found here. Congratulations all of you. Keep it up. Now, there were some requests. We have decided to encourage the juniors. A lot of children have taken part here, and we thought we would give them certificates so that this could be useful for their classwork and maybe future class, college work as a extracurricular activities. So I would first call the name of Upasana. Miss Upasana, come beta. Upasana, how old are you beta? 13. You are 13. Okay, good. Abhinava. How old? Just 14. Okay, good. Siddharth? Siddharth is here?
Yes, very much here.
Oh my God! Wow! Siddharth, how old are you, Siddharth?
4 years.
4 years? Wonderful, wonderful. And Nishan? Good. Nishan, how old are you? 13. You are 12 last year, that means. Okay. Good. I think Ashish only 4.
The youngest participant is a special for the youngest participant.
Okay, I said the youngest participant, there is a special prize for the youngest participant. apart from the certificate. Where did you go? Siddharth.
One more prize for him. Youngest participant.
Wow. Congratulations, Siddharth. Keep it up. You must keep it up now.
Yes, yes, sir.
You become a member of the society and you have a bonding with Siddharth.
Next, going to the captain, sir. Captain, sir.
Oh, lovely. Yes, why not? Yes, we'll do that. Now we have come to the end of our function here today. Sir, can you please take your seat? We'll give a vote of thanks. May I request Rashmi? Where are you? Rashmi, you can come here, take my place, and she will give the vote of thanks. Please, thank you.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I would request you to be a little patient because we have a little long list of people to thank, but I'll try and wrap it up as soon as possible. To begin with, I would like to thank Dr. Aminuddin Khan for taking time out and coming and sharing all the beautiful stories that you shared with us today. And next, I would like to thank Mr. Joseph, who is the Principal Chief Conservator of Forest for Andhra Pradesh, for giving us all the permissions. And then I would like to thank Mr. Naveen Bajaj from HSBC for sponsoring the event. Next would be Mr. Sanjay Nonga from Yohina Eco Media, who also helped us a lot with the logistical stuff. And then I would like to thank the judges, Mr. Ashish Pati, President Birdwatcher Society of Andhra Pradesh, Mr. JVD Murthy, and Mr. Suresh Kochatar. And then I would like to thank the organizers from Birdwatcher Society of Andhra Pradesh, Mr. Ashish Pati again, Shafatullah sir, Mr. Nandakumar, and Mr. Asif. Then I would like to thank the organizers from Great Hyderabad Adventure Club, Diana, who is not here, Mr. Suresh, and Mr. Amit, and Mr. Amandeep. I would like to also thank the participants in the media for actually taking time out and not bitching around and taking part in the event. Then I would also like to thank the general manager, the banquet team, and the food and beverage team of the Square Hotel. And last but not the least, I would like to thank the AP Tourism Department Corporation for giving us the venue for the flag off. And I would like to thank three of my friends because of whom I am here today. First would be Mr. Melville, who actually introduced me to birds, and then Arun Vasi Reddy, who actually, who was the one who conducted bird watching events, and that's how I generated interest in birds. And then Nishant, who would post awesome pictures of birds, and I was like, okay, I have to go out and spend more time in the field and see more birds. So yeah, these three people, if not for these three people, I probably would not have been as interested in birds and wildlife and conservation as I am right now. Thank you. And also I would like to thank Ashish sir, Shapat sir, and Diana for giving me the opportunity to help with the organizing and running and whatever else they gave me the opportunity to do with respect to this event. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashmi. And nobody has thanked you, so let me thank you for giving the vote of thanks. That's very nice of you. You have covered everybody very nicely. Now, I think we are planned on time schedule, and the dinner is served. I request everybody to proceed, and I request our chief guest to please lead the way, along with Mr. Bajaj. Mr. Bajaj, is there, please, sir? Ashish, you please take it. And thank you very much, everybody, once again. See you next year. Sure. And in more numbers.
Shaban, I'll see you too at the bird race.
Yeah, we'll do that.